If I had more time, I would have written you a shorter letter. I absolutely love that quote from Mark Twain. It talks about the difficulty in being concise with your language. So when it comes down to your style, gents, can you concisely describe your style? What is the message you want to send to the world? In today's video, gents, we're talking about how to describe your style in one word. So I'm going to break this video up into 3 parts. Now, the first group, this is going to be the guy that understands clothing, and he's going to use terms which specifically apply to men's style. Next up, we've got the guy that's more goal-oriented. He's using style as a tool to get what he wants out of life. Now, the third guy, he's dressing for himself, he's having a lot of fun, and the terminology is going to reflect that. All right, Jen, so here's the first set of words that could perhaps concisely describe your style. And if it does, one of these words is like, that is me. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. You ready? First up, we've got the word bespoke. The word bespoke means to be spoken for. This guy is all about customization. He loves everything made for him. Next up, we've got the gentleman who describes himself as dapper. A dapper gentleman, he is neat and trim in appearance, and it's synonymous with the words smart, spruce, trim, and debonair. Next up, we've got the gentleman who describes himself as elegant. Elegance is being handsome, but still being very simple, yet very effective. There's no frills, there's no excess. Next up, we've got gentlemen who will describe their style as English, as Italian, or perhaps even American. Now, if you're an English gentleman, what is seen is you are prim, you are proper, you are well put together, and in general, your clothing is very structured. Now, Italian style is going to be more individual. This is where the jackets actually don't have much structure in them. The clothing is going to be lighter built. Even the shoes are made for a more tropical type of climate. Now, if you have an American style, this is all about practicality. This is realizing, hey, we are on the frontier. Yeah, we may be not as well put together as the Italians. We may not be as structured as the English, but when it comes down to practicality, when it comes down to hard wearing, that's where we shine. Next up, we've got the gentleman who would describe his style as preppy. So this comes out of Ivy League universities in the 1890s. They were taking a lot of cues from the English, but they wanted to make styles that were their own. So they would go over to Brooks Brothers, get a lot of classic pieces, but they started to adjust it. So all of a sudden on the jackets, they became more sack suits. What we saw with the colors, instead of earth tones, we started going with brighter colors. We started bringing in pieces with interesting, fun logos, and that all of a sudden became the preppy look. Next up, we've got the word rakish, dashing, daring, unconventional. And in fact, if you look at the origin of the word, the rakish mast on a pirate ship, it's all about speed, it's all about being unconventional, all about being different. Know what you stand for, understand the message you want to send, and it may not be aligned with what society tells you you should actually be doing. No, you go your own way and you kind of mix and match unconventional combinations. Next up, we've got the word rugged. If you're a rugged style gentleman, you're wearing purpose-driven garments. This is workwear that actually is going to first be functional and just happens to be stylish. Next up, we've got the sophisticated gentleman. If you're sophisticated, you're well-traveled and you're well-educated. You're not afraid to wear older historic pieces, which are just not seen very often, but still functionally serve and are classic pieces because you understand that classics never go out of style. Next up, we've got Sprezzatura, and this means that you just wake up naturally looking good, a nonchalance, that you just naturally have style. And the key with Sprezzatura is never to tell them. Don't let them see you sweat. They just see, oh, he looks amazing all the time. They never see the work and the effort. So now let's talk about the words that are very goal-oriented. If you're using these words to describe your style, it's all about using style as a tool to get what you want out of life. So first off, for the man that describes his style as casual, as business casual, as business, as formal, or as semi-formal, you probably know that those are all dress codes. There are actually particular pieces of clothing that you want to wear within that. Now, nowhere in there is sloppy. And I like this because the guy that describes his style here, he understands the environment he's going into and the uniform, the clothing he needs to wear to be able to send the signal he needs to. So if you're in, a law firm in New York City, you understand, okay, it's probably going to be more business or business casual, more probably business. However, if you're in the, let's say, entertainment industry in Los Angeles, it's going to be more maybe business casual or even casual, but casual is never going to be sloppy. So if that's how you describe your style, I think in many of these cases, it's simply you understand that you're using clothing as a tool and you're trying to fit within the conforms of what is expected. Now, breaking away from that, we're going to see the words such as professional. If you describe your style as professional, it's all about being serious. And your clothing oftentimes is simply simply a reflection of your mindset. So if you are dressing professional, it doesn't necessarily mean you're wearing a suit, but it does mean that when you put on this clothing, it's like your suit of armor. You are showing up and you are actually giving your attention and your full thought process to whatever it is you're doing that day. Next up, what if you describe your style as startup? Well, in this case, you're most likely working for a company that's new, that's adventurous. The typical startup look is the sports jacket with the t-shirt, with the jeans, maybe with the sneakers. And again, it's about mixing different types of clothing together, about the non-conformity, about disrupting an industry. So why not wear clothing that kind of disrupts itself? Next up, we've got the gentleman who describes his style as classic. To me, this is a timeless style, and I absolutely love it because it is something that has stood up to the test of time. Next up, let's talk modern. So if a guy describes his style as modern, to me, what he's doing is he's taking the classic and he's also not afraid to bring in some of the cutting edge fashion. He's going to try some things out. He's going to say, you know what, can I take this classic look and maybe take one piece off, put in a more modern, something a bit more fashionable, something that's been around for a few years. I'm going to take a little bit of a chance and maybe add an edge to my look. Next up, we've got the guy that's going to use the word situational. We've got the guy that's going to use the word versatile. They're actually different. So situational, he dresses for the situation. He's kind of a chameleon. He's going to find out, okay, for this event, I need to dress a bit more formally. For this event, I'm going to dress down. So he wears clothing that he can either dress up or dress down. Now, the guy that's versatile, he simply wants the option. He doesn't necessarily find himself in the environment. It's more about how he feels. He wants the versatility to be able to dress up, dress down, go with a more rugged look. So he's a guy that simply wants to be able to change for his own sake. So this last set of words, I'm going to zip through them because I think they're all self-explanatory, but this is for the guy that is dressing to have fun, the guy that is dressing for himself. First up, we've got complicated. Next up, we've got expressive. Then we've got the functional man. Next up, we've got improving, followed by learning. And I like this one, me. Then we've got playful, practical, progress, rustic, simple, street, and thrifty. So did you find a word today that concisely describes your style? If you did, let me know down in the comments, guys. And if you want more, you want to start to develop habits that make you a better dressed guy, guys, I've got this video for you right here. 10 habits that you can develop in 10 minutes, or at least start to develop in 10 minutes so that you can very quickly start to dress better. Now, gents, do you need to describe your style in one word? No, you don't. But it's a lot of fun. And guys, if you want to have fun, I'm linking to my free Facebook group down in the description. I actually took all of these words out of that group when I asked this question, along with some other questions. One of them was describe your style in 5 words. Yes, you can describe your style in 5 words. Here's some of these. Okay, well, at least he tries. I like that. That was pretty funny. Steve McQueen, James Bond, me. Pretty good job there. I woke up like this. Carlos Franco, which I think you're more of a Sprezzatura guy, right? Needs improvement. Watch more RMRS. David Cahill. David, I appreciate that. Vintage rockabilly and 50s inspired. Joseph Avo. Smart, casual, with military influence. Kiss Barnabas. Refined Viking and classically modern. Daniel Amos Caton. Upscale working class, retro normcore. Ben Clearden. Ben, no idea what that means. All right, guys, again, I want to hear from you down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.